What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome your faces back to another episode of Pokemon Gaia. With that being said, let's get into today's episode. Alrighty guys, welcome to another episode of Pokemon Gaia. How you guys doing today? Woo! I don't know what just happened. I'm extremely nervous, but at the same time, I am feeling like I'm on cloud 9 right now. I am extremely happy. I am just in just a good place. I'm like killing it right now. Actually, I'm so nervous that my hands can't like stop shaking for whatever reason. I mean, I kind of know why, but at the same time, I don't know why. I am feeling so good. I'm feeling really happy. I'm feeling accomplished. I'm on a roll right now with recording videos. I'm just killing the game. I'm getting shit done, and I'm literally getting through these videos like it's no one's business, and I am like tearing it up. I feel like I'm making great progress, great time right now, which is pretty good considering it's currently 2:32. And I'm hopefully going to be finished by like 8 p.m. tonight, maybe 9 p.m. tonight. And if that's the case, then I basically got myself a nice movie night for tomorrow night, because that's kind of like my sort of incentive to get this done, is I'm going to give myself a movie night tomorrow night, and a nice relaxed chill night tomorrow night, if I do end up finishing all of this stuff tonight. So that's I mean, I feel like that's the best way to be productive and be able to get stuff done, is give yourself a reward to look forward to if you complete said task, right? I mean, granted, I'm doing a very large task, and I mean very large, recording 18, 19, maybe even 20 videos in basically an entire day, which, you know, even if I was to record the full 23 videos right now at 30 minutes a piece, that's about 11 and a half hours of recording, which is just like, what? You say what now? It's 11 and a half hours of recording, but no, it's fine. We are gonna kill the game like we usually do. The topic for today's video, I honestly don't even know what we're going to talk about. Let's see what I can come up with, what I can get into. Clearly the last episode, Gaia episode that I recorded was an interesting one, to say the least. But yeah, man, I am just like, I'm on a roll. I'm very happy. We're chilling. We're chilling like a villain. I'll go ahead and talk to this dude, and he's just gonna be like, who are you? What the heck are you doing? Get out of my face. But yeah, I think we need to head back through the swamp, I believe, to continue on to the city, or something like that. I believe, yes, we gotta do the bug catching contest, so that's how you unlock the gym, actually, is you gotta go do the bug catching contest and catch yourself a nice little bug type Pokemon that you actually get to keep, which is pretty sick if you ask me, that they allow you to keep the bug type Pokemon that you capture using the park ball or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's called the park ball or something. But okay, I'm trying to decide if I do end up finishing all these videos tonight, and what movie do I want to watch tomorrow. I mean, I am very picky. I don't know if any of you are like this, but I'm very picky on what I want to watch. Usually, I don't really have a very large movie selection, which makes it a little bit more easier. I mean, there's a couple Fast and Furious movies I like. I do like Fast 9 is the one that just came out. Fast 8, Fast 9, Fast 10. I don't even know what Fast and Furious number are we on at this point. I'm pretty sure Fast 9 is the one that we're on. Fast and Furious 9, I think 4 and 5 and 6, and then Need for Speed the movie, and then the last song is basically my selection of movies that I get to watch, basically. I do have a couple of movies that I tend to stay away from. Movies like The Fault in Our Stars, is definitely a triggering movie for me that I can't really watch. I have to watch it at some point because I do want to finish it. That just has just a lot of bad memories and stuff to it that I don't want to re-uncover by watching the movie. So, I mean, and then obviously like movies like If I Stay and stuff like that are also very triggering because of other reasons as well. But yeah, I don't really have a very large, so to speak, selection of movies I can watch. Obviously, let's say if I do have a girlfriend, or when I do have a girlfriend and she wants to watch The Fault in Our Stars, I will more than happy watch it with her. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say no, but you're assuming I'm gonna get a girlfriend, which is very far from. If you think I'm gonna get a girlfriend, you're delusional. I honestly believe I'm gonna stay single for the next 50 to 60 fucking years. Honestly, it's not that I'm against love or I'm against anything. It's just the sort of like we talked about in the last Gaia episode. It's a set of circumstances that the fact that I am a workaholic and I tend to spend 100 plus hours, or between 80 to 100 plus hours a week in my studio, in my office, and a lot of females just won't put up with that, and that's the unfortunate reality. Even Dan Pena, a billionaire in the, even trillionaire, actually, he's called the $1 trillion man. Dan Pena says it's better to be single. If you want to be a billionaire, you want to be a multi-billionaire, you're better off fucking single, because the reality is most people, or most partners, most females or male, whoever, doesn't matter, most people will not put up with it, right? And it's really sad, man. I see both sides of the spectrum though. Like I see my side, but I also see it from the female perspective. Like they want attention, they want love, they want this, they want that. I get it. I 100% understand that, but at the same time, I am a very goal-driven, very determined, very like this is what it is person. I'm very straightforward, and like there was I think one of my female Twitch viewers, we were having this discussion about this on stream like a while like way back ago, about what do I look for in a woman. And honestly, if I was being honest, I don't give a shit if you fucking look like a top 5 model, or if you look like fucking you got hit by a semi truck and thrown into a damn tree. My requirements are a lot different when it comes to that. I am my typical, and I love how we just jumped right into a conversation, jumped right into a conversation. But my sort of quote unquote standards are: A, you need to be independent, and B, you gotta be just as goal driven as me, and you also gotta have a dream. You have to have a dream. That's my 3 requirements. And that's honestly not even that much. That's like bare minimum, I feel. And there's actually many reasons as to why I have those standards, or those, I guess, qualities that I look for. And some people might think it's weird that I, like on the first 2 dates, I like to, first of all, I'm one of those people, I'm just gonna say it straight up, I don't give a shit. We will not have sex the first 3 dates. It's straight period, not happening. Because many reasons, but also I want to get to know the person first. That's my thing. It's always kind of been that way. I've always wanted to get to know the girl first. And the reason why is that allows me to calculate in my head, is this A gonna work, or B, is this worth my time and energy? And as fucked up as that sounds, is I honestly don't even think that's that bad. When you look at society altogether and standards, it's ridiculous, right? But for me, some of the stuff that may occur during first dates is like, we might talk about your financial goals, where you want to be in 5 years, stuff like that. Which I get kind of the idea that, talking about financial stuff on the first date doesn't seem appealing. But I mean, I guess I feel like, you guys are about to turn me into a meme. I can feel it. It's just like, a picture of my face with a checklist and like, fucking, or whatchamacallit, what's the two people, a guy and a girl, a guy holding a piece of papers, and the piece of paper says date application, and it says like, what is your financial goals in the next 5 years? What? Like, I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I'm very, I like to look at my situation and make sure that I'm, surrounding myself with the right person, and also like, it also like, again, it gets tricky, with everything that I do, including like YouTube and streaming and stuff like that, like, and that's why I'm very afraid to get into the dating scene, or like, let's say if I start dating a content creator that's around my size, for example. Let's say if I have like, I don't know, like 500,000 subscribers. Let's play that out for a second, and let's say I start dating another female content creator who has 490,000 subscribers. Something that always weighs on my mind as a YouTuber, as a content creator, as an influencer, quote unquote, is the relationship, right? Having public relationships is the most hardest thing you can ever do. I mean, you gotta look at anybody who's had a public relationship, like, ever, in the YouTube content creation space, the celebrity space, or whatever. Look at where it ends. It ends in literally disaster and mess. Because, I mean, this is what me and my therapist talk about occasionally. Like, I think last week, or the obviously I'm saying this last week as in the time of recording this video, is or this past week session, we were talking about, like, she was asking me like how would you feel, how do you feel about public relationships and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's just, I was like, I don't want to touch that topic, because it does get touchy. It gets very, it is a very sensitive topic, and it's very weird. People, man, will just start rumors. Like, I'm gonna give a hypothetical situation. Let's say I just start dating Ariana Grande out of nowhere. Okay, right? Let's just say we've been together for 6 months. All right. And this, again, hypothetical, and this is kind of just me giving an example of, whatever. Okay, so our relationship's been in the public eye or whatever, right? And, let's just say I'm hanging out with a friend that's a girl. All of a sudden, now, you have articles like, speculating that so-and-so is cheating on this person with this person. And then you see, you get what I'm trying to allude at. It's very hard, and especially I think I was listening to a podcast. I don't remember what podcast it was. The thing with YouTubers versus A-list celebrities, and I was telling my therapist this as well, is there's two differences. A-list celebrities, their life is private. YouTubers' life isn't private. Think about that. A YouTuber's life is broadcasted to the world, right? And that causes issues in itself. Like, that causes issues as in, like, you're more likely as a fan of a YouTuber to walk up to a YouTuber than an A-list celebrity, right? You're more, because the way that I compare, the way I told the way I explained it to my therapist is, an A-list celebrity, obviously their life is private, versus a YouTuber's life is all online. It's all out there. I mean, as much as they allow to be out there, right? So the thing is, when you give your audience that much power of giving them the ability to, like, literally know you inside out, it creates a dynamic that's I forget what it's called. It's a one-way friendship, basically. I forget what it's fucking called. I can't remember the name of the a parasocial relationship. And then that gives them I can't English. They think that gives them the right to, like, walk up to you when, yes, it's okay to walk up to a YouTuber in public if they're not doing anything, right? But it's not okay to walk up to a YouTuber when you clearly see that they're doing something and ask for a photo or something like that, or an autograph or something. You know, you see what I'm trying to get at? Like, you most likely wouldn't do that to an A-list celebrity, right? I mean, most likely you wouldn't even be able to get within 10 feet of them, obviously, because of, you know, fucking their security and whatnot, but still, you get the idea. What even led us down this conversation? I have even no idea what led us down to that conversation at all. What did we... This is what I'm talking about. I've mentioned it in every single recording session at this point, or every single video or episode. I've mentioned this. My brain just does not want to work. But yes, I believe this fortress explodes here and ends up taking out Zacky Wacky here. God, I think we gotta switch the subject because I feel like I'm getting into some crazy topics that I shouldn't be talking about. But you know what? Hey, you know what? There's only one way to go, right? And it's forward. I can't go backwards. I'm already pinned against the wall. Okay, I'm already pinned against the wall, so there's only one way I can go, and it's forward. So let's just keep looking through the windshield and keep, you know, shooting shit, I guess, for a little bit here. Fuck, there was something I was gonna bring up. My ADHD brain just, like, had it, and it was like, it picked it up. It was like received, and then, like, it disconnected. It was like, eh. Like, man, I hate that, man. Like, when you want to say something, but you say something before it, but then you forget the thing that you want to say. Okay. God damn it. My brain just, like, I just had like one of those fart moments where I was just like, huh? Okay, so where are we? What are we doing? What are we talking about? Trying to, like, reconvene myself here. Oh, you know what? This whole thing actually was started because I talked about... Okay, so the whole thing was started because I talked about how I was going to give myself a movie night when I'm done with recording all these videos tomorrow night. Or tonight. Or, yeah, if I finish recording these videos tonight, I will give myself a movie night tomorrow night. That's what started this whole conversation. I did it. I can feel accomplished now. I remembered exactly what started the original conversation in the first place. I feel 1,000% better already. That's pretty funny. I thought this was a bug type gym, and apparently, clearly, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Mr. Zacky over here is getting absolutely fucking anally destroyed, and Zacky's evolving into a Staraptor, a beautiful bird here. You know, something, I don't think I've ever mentioned this yet, but the night of the fire, we were only able to get my dog out of the house, and we kept telling the fire people and everybody that we have 4 birds in the house, and at that point, I think the cop brought us to his car, which was literally, like, up the street and onto the next corner street. So we're walking all the way over there. Keep in mind, my brother has no shoes. He has socks on, but he has no shoes. I have shoes on. I have no jacket. I'm in shorts. My feet are soaking wet. My feet are like literally turning purple because they're so cold. And, you know, they finally got our birds out 45 minutes after everything. And I was just like, oh my god. And I remember just like yelling at them. I wasn't yelling at him, but I was like, I was telling him, mate. I was telling the landlord after everything was said and done, after the fire investigators left, and I told him, I was like, make sure you lock this place up, because, you know, my computer was up there, both computers were up there, and just there was a lot of stuff up there that was very expensive. And I think I did mention that in one of the videos that I've recorded already. But yeah, that night was honestly just like, and for like a week after that, I don't know if I've mentioned this part, but for a week after that, the only thing that I could hear was the fire alarms going off. And it was driving me insane. Now, anytime I hear any sort of alarm or anything, I immediately like get up. It's like almost like an instinct. Like the other, because at my grandma's place, they were testing the fire alarms and stuff. They were testing it, and I was like almost like reacting, and it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And dude, I feel like I'm gonna be fucked up for the next like 10 plus years, man. Like, or for however long, you know, this goes on for. I mean, anytime I hear a fire alarm beep, you know, like how when they run out of batteries, they beep. I feel like I hear any of that. It's, you know, what's crazy to me is I am so thankful that he came, cause, okay, so for those of you who don't know, a few months prior to the fire, I want to say it was in July. I don't know when it was, but it was at some point last year, in between December and July or June and December. We had a massive storm that knocked power out for like 7 or 8 hours. He came and disconnected the fire alarms that were ringing. Like, first of all, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I don't know. Anyways, I think he disconnected them. I'm not sure. But if he did disconnect them, imagine if he never disconnected, imagine if he never connected them back. Imagine if he never connected them back to the main power grid, or to the main building power. That would have been a different story. I think that would have been a way more different story. You know, thankfully, he's got some brain cells. I don't know how many, but he's got some. But, yeah, that could have been a very different situation. And, I guess it could have also been a very different situation if everyone didn't react in the way that everyone did. Because, I mean, honestly, I just thought it was an incense candle, right? So I went back to work. I literally went straight back to work. And then, you know, I finished recording that video that I was recording. And as I did, the fire truck was pulling up, and I was like, oh boy. So I go out into the kitchen from my office, and that's when I heard the crackling inside the wall, and the smoke was coming from the light. And I was like, no fucking way. And you know what? If I'm being honest, that was my worst fucking fear. Living in that house, living in that apartment, was my worst fear. Was that building was gonna catch on fire again. And you know what? It fucking did. And I'm still shocked to this day, even though it's been weeks afterwards. And yeah, you know what? the things that you think and put out into the universe will happen. So I mean, hey, I think I might have just fucked us. You know what? And I don't know, man. Crazy stuff. Anyways, I digress. Oh my god. Like I said, last episode, it went by so fast. All of a sudden, I just looked at the thing. We're 25 minutes into the recording. 25 minutes. How? Where did time seriously go? 25 minutes. It's just literally just gone. I mean, not gone, but if I'm being quite honest, I'm being very careful when I'm like actually like recording this audio and stuff. I'm like making sure to like click the check mark and not anything else. I'm making sure to click the check mark and not the delete button or near the delete button, because I do not. Oh my god, I will strangle myself if I, lose another audio. If I lose another episode, I will strangle myself. Okay, maybe I should chill a little bit. I'm not trying to get, demonetized or age restricted or something. I mean, even though my content should be age restricted, which I wonder if age restricted content nowadays on YouTube gets even pushed out. If I'm being quite honest, like YouTube seems to be going towards that, censor all the bad people and censor all the mature content, and let's only let toy review channels, even though I don't know, I don't want to get into the controversy of that whole situation was very interesting when you think about it. By the way, I got trolled the fuck out of by the scissor and the Bedrock here. Very interesting. The whole like Kappa bullshit that happened like 2 years ago, I want to say. At this point, that was an interesting situation. If I'm being quite honest, that was a very interesting situation. Dude, I don't know why, but I know why, because I'm like anxious, but I'm like drenched in sweat. Like my shirt is like all wet and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm comfy still, but at the same time, I'm kind of sitting at the edge of the bed, kind of just chilling right now. Oh my god, it's 3 p.m. It's 3 p.m. That's like what? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 5 hours. We'll see what ends up happening coming in the next 5 hours. I'm really hoping that I'm able to kind of see it through and get things done. And I'm already very happy with how much content I've produced in the past week. But at the same time, I want to be able to finish this. I want to be able to be like, okay, we have a month of backlog. We've got this. We can figure this out. I'm even getting to the point where I might even consider maybe I could go outside and record it, like in the back of the hotel or something. If worst case scenario, I go to the back parking lot and record audio outside. But that in itself could be, well, sketchy, but also it could be very, like if it's windy outside, not really the best set of circumstances to be recording audio in. So I don't know, we're gonna have to kind of play it by ear and kind of see how things end up turning out here. By the way, I'm absolutely hating my life at this point because of this stupid freaking Bedrock constantly U-turning out. It's quite annoying at this point. I'm getting quite annoyed. Obviously you can't tell because I didn't record live audio with it, but yeah, here we go. I'm playing with the tripod. You probably can hear it. I'm also very sketched out by the way that my phone is being held by this tripod. Like one move and if it drops, there goes my phone again. I mean, that's also something I'm just like, I'm so over this phone being so stupid at this point. It's I just want this phone to be like I just want to get my S21 or S22 Ultra or S22 and just be done with this freaking set of with this stuff, with this damn broken crap because yeah, I'm just sick of it. I really am. I believe I killed the Masquerain now, so this Bedrock has nowhere to go. Like, this Bedrock has absolutely nowhere to go. You are trapped now. And you can U-turn all you want. You can U-turn all you want, buddy. But you ain't escaping the wrath of my spark, which doesn't kill it. I go ahead and let Ray go down here so I can safely switch in Zaki and go for a aerial ace and take out the Bedrock and win the battle. So yeah, I believe that's what we do. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Something like that. It was a pretty tough battle. I'm not gonna lie. Not as tough as Pokemon Emerald Kaizo, but my first attempt at Pokemon Emerald Kaizo was yeah, it took me like 7 tries, 8 tries, 9 tries to beat Roxanne, which was yeah, not really the most pleasant of things. As you can see, you know, Staraptor is taking these hits like it's no one's business, but this Bedrock is going to go down to an aerial ace, and that is the fucking badge or card. Anyways, with that being said, guys, it is time to wrap up today's episode. As always, guys, make sure to follow me on all my social medias. Follow me on Discord and social media. Subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. As always, guys, leave a like, share it with one friend, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.